You should grab it, not mine.
Like, she wanna see if it'll fit right. That's just the way. Ways don't die. Let me grab you for the moment. I need.
If I was ever gonna fly to this one, I'd fly to this.
Fuck yeah. I don't know, guys. Have you ever heard My Sunday Morning Jetpack by Big Sean?
No.
Oh, it's some good flying jams. Hush, Connor.
I'd like to point out that I'm leaning right now.
You're leaning. You're on lean.
You're on lean.
No, I'm leaning.
All right,
Sipping
Jakey
lean.
Jew.
Like my head?
Jake the Jew.
Take a seat right on the spot, my man.
Alright. Let's.
You're tuning in now, live to Attic Antics.
Jake has a small dick.
Yep, you're
That's
right.
fucked up, man. Why would you say that?
Way to start us off with the bang, Connor.
Okay,
Are we starting?
it's already started, bro.
Oh shit.
Wait, what? Oh, shit.
That's what the intro was.
Oh.
Yeah, we're classy now. We have intro music. We're really stepping up our production value.
Damn, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know what was happening. I was just talking about how, like, I was really tall, because this attic is also very small. My head was leaning
Are
on
you
the ceiling.
trying to rhyme accidentally? You just rhymed.
I'm actually a lyrical genius, if you guys didn't know.
Oh, are
so
you?
eloquently spoken, motherfucker.
Here, just do a freestyle right now.
Did you guys see it? I fucking... Okay,
Spit some bars, Cam.
at 12:30 last night, I did a voice memo. I was just like... I recently just watched a Mac Miller documentary.
Oh, fuck.
Got really in my feels, and I was like, I'm inspired, bro. I'm inspired. So I put a beat on, started freestyling, and I turned it into a voice memo, and I narrowed the voice memo down to a Google Doc, and then I went in there and I recorded it with this mic right here, and I put it on FL Studios over the track that I just converted from a YouTube MP3 to a YouTube to MP3, and I stuck in FL, and then I recorded a voice memo on Audacity, and I just layered them up, and I was like, boop, and then I made it an MP3 and I put it on SoundCloud.
I was trying, in my head, I was using yarn to, like, tie everything to everything, and I got so lost.
Holy shit.
Dude,
All I
you
know
made
is that you made something.
Play it right now.
Nah.
You should play it right
I'll play
now.
the last
All I know is that
Minute.
Cameron made something, because he's a
Yeah, dude, it was cool. I was
Cameron's a
just like,
creator.
I was thinking, I was like, dude, if you're not gonna create it now, when are you gonna create it? You know?
Dude, best time is
I just thought it was hella funny because I was
Cameron's
like,
a creator, yeah. I like
Cameron the creator.
Cameron's
Yeah, dude, 46 plays. I'm no big deal or anything. Like, pretty cool. So this is the beat. Listen to the beat. I just like had my headphones on. I was like, let me connect it to the speaker. I'll fucking.
It sounds like an intro to like one of those life documentaries you'd
No,
see
oh,
like when
dude.
you'd watch in like the second
Dude,
grade.
no, it
Or
was.
like one of those edgy memes where it's like
You guys tell
the
me.
SpongeBob edits or the Bart Simpson
We'll
edits,
dissect it. Okay, we'll dissect it right now.
where it's like
my
sad
God,
boy
it's so
hours
fucking
and it's
goofy.
playing that beat over like sped up.
Okay,
Bart
you ready?
Simpson. You know what I'm saying? You see
Yeah.
it.
I literally saw. Yeah, I just turned it. I wrote down everything and I just said it. And I was like.
Okay. Alright.
Looking at my ceiling, wondering if I made it.
Is this you?
What I'll ever amount to. Walking in the bank, I'm a number one jewel. Looking all back to the shit that I had to do. I go through. I can find a place to chill, find my own tune. It's what I do. Nobody telling you what to do. Chilling, living, looking at people, wondering why it wasn't you. Thinking, well, what I'm gonna do. Thoughts that don't get said, wondering how to really get bread. Is it that really the root of what I said? Do any of us want bread? Or is it cause we gotta do what society tells us to be, wants us to be? Well, we're smoking on tree, looking at you, looking at me, wondering how this could be. Fucking at you, looking at you, fucking your shit, hitting that shit, sucking it in while I'm licking your bitch. Ayy. Sucking on this, hitting on this, we gon' make y'all say, ayy. And your bitch asked me if I know a plug for yeah. I told her, bitch, shut up and smoke this J.
Smoke this dick. Smoke this J. That was all. I just was like, I don't really care what it is. It's just something. It's better than nothing.
That
Yeah.
was a really good beat.
I like the beat.
I actually enjoyed that.
You enjoyed it? What
I
did you
did
enjoy
too.
about it? I was just like,
I don't know.
the first part, I was kind of just like getting into the flow of it. And then I found the rhyme schemes that I liked. How I create rhymes, I'm pretty good at like finding words that rhyme with others. I just was going to like try to tell a story there.
Yeah,
I was just like thinking, I was feeling the beat. I was really, and so here's what I just recorded the audio clips. I sound like a fucking bumbling idiot. Like I was like, it's a 5-minute audio clip, and I was like, like I just kept repeating the same thing over and over, trying to think of like something else to say. And then like I had to sift through it. Like you can look at the Google Doc. The Google Doc's pretty funny.
I hear the dog downstairs.
Puppo, yeah, okay, whatever, you get it. But yeah, I'm thinking, like, if it's that easy to make a song, all I have to do is figure out how to do a hook, and that's songwriting. Boom.
Dude, you had like some kind of like effect on your voice. Was that just
No,
me?
that was
I heard
just
that
me.
too.
I heard like it was.
There was no effect. That was just me. You know how I record this podcast? It's the same software. I just used that mic, and I went in there, and I just
Huh.
Oh,
That's it.
sure.
Interesting.
yeah, there's no effect whatsoever.
Cameron's going places.
Nah, dude, like the
He's
thing.
He's literally Cameron the creator.
No, that's not it.
10 years down the line, like you.
I don't know, guys. I really feel like creating.
Hey, Carl,
Leaving
you know
anything to create, like to leave behind, that is like any creative thought is very important. That's why I want to put Seth and I's our little skit into film.
Do it.
Wait, which one is it?
The one we did last year for what the fuck was the festival called?
Shakespeare?
No, like Miss Woods literally told it to me today.
Describe it.
You know how we were gonna like not Linnea.
Oregon?
No, it starts with an A.
So it was an A.
A
And it's a festival?
It was like a theater competition.
I don't know.
Okay, but
Yeah,
you get
I
it.
know.
Basically, she was like, "You guys should take it to the Linnea," because it was the yeah, it's bothering me. But it was the cop scene where we were like, "Hey man, we've been tracking this suspect for 8 years. I've been tracking him since I was a little kid. My dad tracked him before me. No one can find him. He's just he's a ghost. You find him, he's 3 steps ahead of you." and we did like elaborate bits of like while we're sitting in the car talking about like Monopoly and like we were like
I remember that. Yeah. That was
and we were
funny.
like, how are we gonna find him? And then we like did a flashback of like all the other like, cases that we solved, and then it was
I
like,
remember that. That was
yeah, dude,
that was
it was
sick.
like
I remember watching
it
that.
was just so silly, but it was just so fun to come up with. Literally, we locked ourselves in the bathroom, in the green room, and we were like, we're not leaving here till we create something. And we just did it. Like that's what I want. Like I want that energy. I want that creativity around me. So it helps fuel me,
I don't know. I relate to
That's
that.
what I really like.
I agree with that, man. I recently watched a TED Talk from Joseph Gordon-Levitt on how being on social media can limit or harm your creativity levels.
Like, dude,
Like
Is that
when
why
you're
you love
trying
social
to,
media?
like, I don't know, get attention
dude.
from your creativity, like you're putting something out there, like, that's creative, like it's your creation, but you're doing it for attention, like you're never gonna...
You're never gonna.
It's
truly
never
get
it's
what
never
you-
going to fulfill
I
you
fully
in the
agree
right
with you
way.
there, dude. I think that popularity really kills art, because if you're not creating something that's popular, you're like, what the
People
fuck
aren't
am I?
gonna care
You're
about
like, what am I doing it for?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I doing it for me? Like, is that enough? you question like what's enough.
Yeah, but it's about
Well, I
the
feel
work.
like-
It's about getting in the work and
That's what
just putting it out
what,
there.
Because if you create something that's truly authentically yourself, then other people will see that.
I
And
feel
that's
like
what
with
I hope to
art, you
keep.
kind of have to do it for yourself at first. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
You have
Exactly,
to. You
yeah.
have to like
To make
what you're doing.
You can't
have
do
to
it for
enjoy
somebody
what
else.
you're doing. Exactly.
Yeah, totally, bro. I get you.
Because like if you're just doing something, like say you're seeing and you're like, hey, this is pretty funny. Like this.
Like
makes me laugh.
but the
It's
thing
like,
about
you
me
have
is
to be the one
a
to
lot
do
of people might be like, oh, I don't want to post myself singing. That's like a lot. Like I just put that on the internet. Like that's like on the internet. But like I didn't really think twice about it because it's like I could not put it out there and then I'll just have nothing. You
Then
know?
you're just
You
like,
see, you
full send.
just gotta. If you're doing art, like any kind of art or something that you're really passionate about, you just gotta really just put yourself into it.
I
Like,
really like music.
It's a
if
full
you're
send.
if you're ever gonna do something that you want to do that you're like really passionate about, like it's it's what the fuck you want to do. You have to go into it because there's this guy I work with and he's trying to get into the film business because my dad's in it. And
Because your dad's in it? Or
my
because
no
he likes it?
no
He's like,
no,
I've seen your dad.
I've seen your dad.
I've
film
seen
is me.
I've seen his work.
well, actually, my dad.
This is my
like,
calling.
Well, I told my dad. I told this guy about how my dad's in the business, and he wanted to. He contacted him through me to my dad,
Okay.
and my dad contacted him back actually because he wants to help. But this guy, even though it's something that he really wants to do, he's hesitant to get into the business.
I
Like
see. Why is he hesitant?
I don't know.
No.
I've talked to him about it, but he's
Jake,
like
none of that, please.
he's
It's so loud.
he's like worried that like I don't know he'll screw something up. No, you can't do
It's
that.
out about
You
it.
just
I gotta like.
Oh,
you have to go into it like you can't have any fear in it really. You just
You
have
can't
to
have fear.
just
But
go
isn't
into
fear part of what makes you human?
yeah it is,
Sure,
but
yes.
you have to just sometimes you have to take a leap of faith with what you want to do. You
Okay.
can't
You can't
worry
always
about
sit in the
that.
back seat and be like, all right, am I going to do this?
Yeah,
You always
you-
have to be standing up there.
You have to take the first step in order to get into it. You can
So
worry about
Connor,
you can worry
so
about the stuff
you
later.
talked about passion just a second ago.
Yeah.
You have to be passionate about something. So what are you passionate about?
Me, I'm passionate about music, film, and self-development.
So then,
Oh.
what have you done to better yourself in those categories?
Okay, well, for one, I'm constantly reviewing and listening to music.
Reviewing and listening. Okay.
Yeah, so my new thing this year has been to try to listen to one album a day, or at least a week.
That's a lot.
That's a
because
lot of songs.
I understand that when
Yeah.
I try to dabble into new music, but then it's like I really just like hey, I thought about this a lot because of the generational difference between
Yeah.
music. Literally, even between like 5 years. You know, it's about what's popular,
Mhm.
but it's also like you can get into an artist that's popular now and then understand their like previous art. But like the thing is, you're still gonna like your ear is like by society like trained to like store certain artists due to the time that we're born. You know, like we're not gonna like go a day every day listening to like Billy Joel or like Van Halen or that. It's just like we'll listen to them occasionally, but not every second. You know, that's why like listening to a new album every day. I love that concept on paper, but I feel like our brains aren't like complex enough to where we would be able to appreciate that art from that like long ago.
Kevin, you seem to have opened up your mind. I don't even know what the hell you're talking
Well,
about.
I somewhat agree to an extent on that, but I also disagree simply because I like to dabble into more music. Like my dad, he's been putting me on older and just more like.
And how much replayability does that old stuff have in your life now?
Well, take example like
It's not-
like the Strokes. Like they released
Okay.
music in like their two best albums are from 2001 and 2003, I believe.
Okay.
Is This It and Room on Fire. And I never listened to the Strokes before. Like I heard like a song or two, but and he likes them a little bit, but I recently listened to those two albums and like I don't know anyone who likes them besides like one guy here at school. But when I listened to them,
They speak.
it was like holy shit. This is like a holy shit moment.
Damn.
There's
that's
so
good
much,
shit, man.
like there's like 6 or 7 songs that I've been listening to, like I've been like kind of like shuffling through and having on repeat for the past like 2 weeks. Like there's this one song called Hard to Explain where it's like
That's dope.
it feels like you're like in a spaceship, but it's like it's this nostalgic spaceship, like where it's like where you're in this moment but you know it's gonna end really soon and you don't want it to end, and it's like the sound perfectly captures it and it kind of keeps you in, like that sound keeps you in the moment you're in right now and it makes you think about that. And for me, that's like I try to always find sounds that are just gonna make me think about what's going on with me.
So Connor, you talked about how you listen, and like we all listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
So what could you do that differentiates yourself from just listening? Like what do you find? I mean, I guess now there's not really any push, but with that passion, there comes a point where what comes out of that passion, like a physical thing that comes out of that.
Yeah.
So what have you? Like, what is your goal in that sense?
Well, I'm thinking, like, it's music is kind of right behind film for me, but I'd say that if I was going to do something with my musical knowledge, I'm thinking I will probably at some point. I want to start a band. I've been thinking about that for a while.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
I don't know.
We talked about that, like, literally
I know.
2 minutes
I know.
before
So how are you going to do that?
I don't know.
We can talk about it. We can blow smoke up each other's buttholes all we want, but like...
No, that's something that takes time, though, because first I literally have to develop my musical...
Connor, I'll hit the vocals. You get the guitar.
Like, I know, but I seriously, like, I'm nowhere, like, I'm really getting into this music stuff now. So, like, I'm learning how to play guitar right now, and I want to be one of those guys that learns how to, like, know how to play multiple instruments.
Yeah.
So maybe 10 years down the line, I'll be able to, I don't know, start up a band, because take Dylan Minnette. He's an actor, 13 Reasons Why, a few other stuff that I've seen. But he's also in a band called Wallows.
Totally.
And he's started with that with his friends, and now he's got like 3 million monthly listeners on Spotify.
So what does being in a band mean to you? Like, what does that do?
I don't know. It's just something
mentally.
I feel like it's just something that I can express everything, like my experiences through my life, but also my musical prowess, like what I've listened to. I can combine the sounds that I've come to be familiar with and the sounds I really like.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So mastering an instrument, right? That's so like 10,000 hours.
Oh, yeah,
grinding, like,
yeah.
So what do you think? Like, how do you think that's gonna help you express your musical side, like through the instrument as like an extension of yourself? Is that your thought, or am I putting words in your mouth?
It definitely will help me express my musical ideas in a sense, but I mean that's something that will come when I get to that point at least, and that'll be, I don't know, a while from now.
Why?
That's a journey, man. It is. Dude, I'm not just...
Why?
I mean, I'm not gonna start a band this year when I'm literally learning to play the guitar this year. I'm picking up the guitar for the first time in 5 months since I got it for Christmas.
Relatable.
So it's something that's gonna take time, and I'm aware of that, but I'm willing to put the work in to do it.
Willing to put the work.
So yeah, I mean, it's something that I see in the future. I don't know.
I see.
5 to 10 years from now, but it's something I'm passionate about.
I'm trying to live in the now.
Yeah, but
it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
But that's just what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to do all that I have in my power to do now.
But right now, like, can you do that right now? But what are you willing to do right now that'll get you?
What can I do right now?
What are you willing?
I can freestyle over stupid beats while I chill. I can make a podcast and talk about dumb shit. I can write comedy. We have these abilities.
Okay, but like, with those abilities, where do you see yourself taking those abilities? I don't know, 5 to 10 years from now. Like, what do you?
Does it matter?
I don't know, because
Does it matter? Why can't we just live in the now?
I don't know.
I feel like you got to make a little plan so you at least know where you're going.
Or do you just put the work on the paper and then it'll take itself on this journey?
That's another way to think about it.
That's how I like to think about it.
Like, I like to think about it as you have a destination you want to go to, but you also have your journey somewhat. You have a rough draft for your journey.
You have a rough draft. So what's your rough draft? How do you know the rough draft?
I don't know.
Who creates the rough draft? Society, your parents, or yourself?
You have to create it yourself. But
that's not always the case.
You have to find a way of going about that. Like, if you want to go somewhere, you have to find a way to weave around it and eventually get onto that right path. Like, if I want to be an actor or a filmmaker. So right now I'm implementing myself into the film business. I just got an internship with a company in Concord who makes commercials. So I have now inserted myself into the avenue I want to go into.
Most definitely.
So I'm starting myself on that path now, and I have an end goal of where I want to be, and that end goal is another journey in itself. That's kind of how I see things, at least for me. I know it varies from person to person. Like, you're thinking about now, and you are saying that your abilities will take you somewhere and you're not worried about it. As long as you're developing your abilities each and every day. Yeah. So I completely understand that. And I'm guessing, Jake, you probably have a different mindset of going about it.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, we'll go to Jakey now. What do you think?
Let's hear you talk.
Well, going off what you guys said, well, I kind of, the way you guys were trying to live life, Cameron, I get with you saying you're in the moment. That is definitely a good way to live life.
I love the moment.
Because, like, when you're in the moment, it'll just take you wherever you go, and then you eventually just look back on it, and you're just, wow, I did all this. But, Connor, going to what you said, you have, like, a little rough draft going. Yes. I kind of feel more of the rough draft area because...
But don't rough drafts have to have endings as well? Isn't the portion of rough drafts having a beginning, a middle, and end?
Well, without an ending in mind, you can't have a rough draft necessarily. That's the thing.
And when you're only typing, say with rough draft, Cameron, you're only typing one word at a time. How do you know when that's going to end? If you're living in the moment.
That's a good
You
point.
lost me there. What did you understand from that?
No, basically you have to...
Like, if you're just living in the moment, you're just typing like one word at a time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if you have a rough draft of what you want to do,
it's slow.
You have a beginning, you have a
it's slow and steady progress.
And then you add to your final draft as you go through it.
But you're
as you live, you're proofreading it.
You're adding on to this draft, but you're getting a sense of how to go about it and how you can better it in a sense. Then you go on to the second draft. You kind of know what's going on. And then the third draft, you're like getting into it and you're really getting a feel for the things and you're starting to really hone in on what you want to do and you're bettering that draft to the point where you have basically you're really getting good at your craft.
Okay, okay, Professor Connor, when will the final draft be due?
When's the final draft due?
When's the final draft due, Mr. Connor?
Tomorrow.
It'll be due
November 30th when we have to apply for college.
It'll be due next class. 400 points.
Jake, have you ever entertained the idea of going to community college and then transferring?
I have entertained that idea, but my philosophy is if I want to go to some 4-year college, I'd rather go to that 4-year college for 4 years.
Why?
Because
relationships, area, development. Why?
Because if you're looking at a 4-year college, you want to get that full year 4 college in, and like you want to stay there for all 4 years because if you go for 2
for the
years,
experience.
Exactly.
Money is not an issue.
Well, money will be an issue, yes, because college is expensive as crap. Especially places such as like UCLA and NYU, which people have gone into, which is congrats to them.
Fuck that noise. Fuck, dude. Rip Jonathan Chan. He's gonna be in debt for a million years.
Dude, John Chan,
F's in the chat.
USC, dude.
I don't think it's about the debt necessarily. I don't think it's something you should worry about.
I agree.
No,
I think about that.
I don't think it's even about that.
Knowledge
really.
is priceless.
I really don't think it's about that. Honestly,
I really
John.
do.
With where he's going right now,
he's a fucking prodigy.
Let's just think about this. John's going to USC. It's expensive as shit. Okay, yes. It's really fucking expensive. But that's not what you're thinking about when you're going to college. You're thinking about developing yourself and forwarding yourself on your journey to where you want to go. And his destination of where he wants to go is film. So I don't think money's gonna necessarily matter as long as he gets to that journey because he could pay his debts off if he becomes this big name filmmaker and starts, and who knows, he directs another John Wick film except it's an actual studio produced film. The money is not gonna matter. It's just about college getting you
but they're all crack dealers and they all are on crack and they're all on motorcycles.
Dude, I was actually very happy I had a part in Mortem. Because I was
you died.
How much did he talk to you about that shit, dude?
No, it's because that was my 3rd time being on any sort of film, which is what I want to do eventually in life.
Yeah.
Because
you gonna study film?
I'd love to. I'd love to be a part of it, and because that's just what to live life, to be happy in life, you have to do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
And that film acting, that's just what makes me happy. Connor, you were talking about sort of the same thing. And if you're ever making a movie one day.
I know who to call, yeah.
We'll get together, we'll write a script, we're going to make a movie funnier than This Is the End.
Well,
that's the movie, that's your golden standard. Funnier than This Is the End. Does he get fucking better than that shit? Hell
Jake
yeah.
knows I watched the movie just the other day.
Jonah Hill and his funny face. He pointed the gun at the people, and he's not fat anymore. It's so funny. Seth Rogen and James Franco, they're so sexy together. Oh my god.
Well, another.
No, I'm saying just something like that, because that movie is a pretty fucking funny movie.
It is funny.
I watched it like
Seth
just the other day.
Rogen is like my movie god. I fucking love him so
Pineapple
much.
Express.
I love
Every
him so
single movie Seth Rogen stars in becomes instantly amazing. That's
Knocked up,
something
dude.
I hope I can
Knocked
be.
up.
Can we talk about the interview first?
Dude, not many people have seen the fucking interview.
Are you serious?
I'll go around school.
Dude,
I'll go around
it's
class.
beautiful.
I will ask
Hey,
people. People
You,
are like,
you
I
guys
just
remember exactly where you were when you were watching
Yes.
I remember the exact.
Exactly.
I remember
Christmas.
the
Christmas fucking day.
Dude, I remember the exact
my God.
first time I heard of it. It was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Someone came up to me and they're like, dude, there's this new movie came out.
They
North
fucking
Kor-
killed
North-
Kim Jong-un.
North Korea is about to kill all of us.
Korea's banning the movie. Yeah.
Like, it's not a joke anymore, guys. We're actually gonna die.
No, and
They nuke us because of a movie.
Yeah, then Daniel Brown comes over. One of my best friends at the time, he's like, you hear about that movie that came out that Kim Jong-un's gonna kill us over? I'm like, yeah. He's like, let's watch it right now.
Oh my god. I watched it with my grandparents.
Oh,
It was so
no.
good. I'm not even worried.
That must have
Kim
been
Jong-
awkward.
No, dude, my grandparents are lit. We watched Inglourious. They showed me Inglourious Bastards.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
that's
They
a
showed me-
beautiful movie.
They showed me Saving Private Ryan.
Oh,
Like we watched
so I haven't seen it.
watched some deep movies.
I've seen half of it.
You haven't seen it all the way?
I haven't seen it all
You
the
haven't
way.
seen it?
I've seen the opening like
But if we're talking
Mm.
movies, a movie that I think has beautiful cinematography is the one that came out recently that you took me to. What was it?
Oh, Midsommar?
Midsommar, yeah.
Yeah.
Midsommar?
Ari
What's that?
Dude,
the
Ari
plot
dude.
is scary, but that cinematography is beautiful.
Dude, Ari Aster, dude's a fucking master.
Well,
After
he
watching
did Hereditary,
I think Hereditary is the prime example of this. It was his directorial debut, and he crafted a masterful
He knocked it out of
horror
the
film.
ballpark.
It made my spine tingle for like 2 hours straight.
What was Hereditary about?
Hereditary. Okay.
I just
yeah.
know that it was like I haven't seen it.
Okay, I have seen it.
All I know is that like the little girl had something to do with it, and then she gets.
Stop. Stop right there. Okay, basically, it's about a family death early on in the film that sets the tone for the film of basically where a family just collapses from under itself. And the film chronicles that complete collapse. And the mother, like, it's just insane. And then the horror aspects of it are revved up to 10. Like, it's not your normal jump scare shit. It's kind of like, there's something in the background, and we're gonna make you watch it for like a minute. And we're gonna make you like squirm in your seat because there's something behind this
You
person.
can see it happening.
But that person doesn't know, and you're like, oh my god, behind you! Oh my god! And it's oh god, dude, it's so utterly
I fucking
horrifying.
hate horror movies. I don't
Dude,
like the way they make
I
me
could watch
feel.
horror movies till then.
You know, that's if you hate horror films, you're probably gonna turn the monitor. You're gonna turn the TV off because it is such an unsettling film.
I watched. Is it like a good plot though?
Oh yeah, dude. Like it's not necessarily about the horror. It's about like how a person could completely unravel. Just
how they just
unravel.
completely like
just lose their
themselves.
shit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Another good example of that is Daredevil, where
Dude, Daredevil.
No, I have.
Daredevil's so fire.
I
holy
have
shit.
literally.
That season 3 literally like sucked.
I have a
fucking dick.
romantic relationship with it. I have a romantic relationship
God.
with Daredevil.
Season 3.
Season 3. Poindexter. Ben Poindexter.
Oh my god, he's so fucking
Yeah,
good. Holy
dude,
shit.
it chronicles how a man is completely unraveled by one person, and how if you don't have the right like compass, man, you're gonna get completely destroyed by people.
This wall. Ah! That's my Kingpin impression.
I'm going to go on record. I have not fully watched Daredevil.
Dude,
Get the
what
fuck
are you
out!
doing?
Get the fuck out, Jake!
God!
Fuck yourself!
What is wrong with you?
It's been on Netflix for like a fucking 3 years!
Dude, I've watched it twice
The
in a
fuck's wrong
year.
with you?
I never watch TV shows twice in a year.
Die!
Oh my
What's
god.
the matter with you? Jake, okay, fuck it, whatever. Let's talk about Breaking Bad. Jake, have you watched Breaking Bad?
I've just watched Breaking Bad.
All of it?
No, he hasn't.
All of it?
I've watched all of it.
I truly,
El Camino!
without a doubt, I think
Dude,
I can say.
they're coming out with the freaking movie.
Yeah!
I think I can say that it's the greatest TV
Oh, that's
show
not a question.
to ever come out ever.
Okay, like
Have you guys seen Sopranos?
No, I haven't.
Yes.
All of it?
That's all of it.
Okay, I've seen the first 7 episodes.
The ending of the series, I threw
One of the worst.
I threw my TV out the window when I saw
Are
it.
you, no, like actually?
No, Cameron, not actually.
No.
It's a figure of speech.
I don't think so. I've seen people do much crazier things.
Oh,
YouTubers do it all the
that's
time.
very true. Cameron, I've seen my neighbor throw an Xbox out their window. I'm pretty sure. I've seen some.
I've kicked a hole in my fucking wall after getting
I've-
kicked from a CS:GO game.
I punched a fucking hole in my freaking bathroom wall.
Oh.
Like, not gonna go into why.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's happened.
Well, I think to go from like a TV show that has a terrible ending to a TV show that has the most. No. Like, I went from Game of Thrones, the utterly worst ending imaginable, to Breaking Bad.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
Oh, I watched it all.
I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I'm not into it.
The first 4 seasons
Not
are
about
like
it.
fantastic.
Dude, I'm on season 2 and I can't get past all the wieners.
There's so
Boy,
many.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
There's too many.
It's like weird fantasy porn. It's like weird fantasy porn. That's it.
Amelia
It's
Clark.
basically rated R Lord of the Rings.
Amelia Clark,
actually-
you do you, but like shit, I don't understand how you see all this wieners.
It's,
So many wieners.
it's just
Christ.
Lord of the Rings with constant orgies.
That's
Yeah,
very
I'm not.
Constant
about that.
orgies and heads cut off.
Like,
That's it.
if I wanted,
There's that one guy, his name's Reek, got his dick cut
How-
off.
Oh, Reed.
how long would the show be without all the sex scenes? cut
Oh,
out?
definitely 2 seasons left. 2 seasons less. 2
No,
seasons
dude,
less.
and then like near the beginning, winter is coming. However many years later, oh shit, guys, winter's finally here. We're fucked.
Oh, it's 2 seasons early. Oh yeah, we just skipped past all the sex
I have
scenes.
no idea what you guys are talking about.
Dude, when the ice zombies
Fucking
show
winter.
up, that's when I'm like, oh, this show's like good. and then fucking
Oh, the
Reek-
show is like
And
good.
then like Reek when that happened, I was like,
Where did we get our Game of Thrones from? What?
Oh yeah, we got it from Breaking Bad. We were talking
yeah,
about
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
and
So
then-
anyway,
we were talking about Sopranos, and we were like bad endings.
we're just
and
talking
then-
about TV shows in general. Daredevil.
No, I
Breaking
The
Bad.
Boys.
Say.
As
I gotta watch The Boys.
Dude, I've only
Cameron,
watched,
this
I've watched
motherfucker has to
4
watch The Boys.
I've watched. I haven't. I'm finished. I'm on episode 4, 5.
You suck.
I'm on the A train. Just got.
Hey!
He went the zoom zoom zoom.
Hey!
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
I'm trying to watch.
I don't remember what happened.
I'm rewatching Daredevil
That's
season
not a
3 right
spoiler.
now. That's why.
Cameron, I'm gonna start watching Daredevil now because of.
Okay, and I'll start watching The Boys after.
Because I just got yelled at.
It's okay.
And I'm gonna have
It's
nightmares
okay.
now.
You wanna know what the most underrated TV
There's
show
a lot of
is?
movies in the world, and there, no matter how many
Like,
you watch,
Thousands come out every year,
yeah, dude,
which
a
is
lot.
Okay.
insane.
Do you wanna know what the most underrated TV show I've ever seen
Oh,
is?
let's hear
Star
it.
Wars and
Let's
Clone
hear it. Yes, actually. though.
Peaky Blinders with Cillian Murphy,
Dude, I've
Tom
heard-
Hardy,
I never
Sam
watched it,
Claflin,
bro. I got pretty good reviews. though.
and
It got
Sam
hella good
Neill.
reviews.
Sam Neill with a full-on British
It
accent.
got really good reviews.
Oh
like,
my
really, really,
gosh,
really
dude,
good.
it is perfection. I mean,
I've
not
never
season
even heard of
5.
it.
I think it's pretty good, but
It's on like
holy
Amazon or
crap,
something.
dude!
I don't
This
wanna
show
pay
is
for Amazon.
unbelievable.
You have it.
It is.
No, I
Do you have
don't.
Amazon Prime, Jake?
I don't have Amazon
Your
Prime.
parents have it. You
But
fucker.
you have the boy.
Hey, come here.
There's no way your parents.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way your parents don't have Amazon Prime. Everyone has Amazon Prime.
I
You
do
have
use
more,
my
you have
Amazon
more
Prime.
family.
Hey, she doesn't know the passcode, so I can't fucking get in. I don't know.
Then say you forgot your passcode. These
But, like-
websites have crazy features where if you forget, like
Yeah,
humans
you can
do,
just get it back.
you can get it
But
back.
Cameron,
It's
Email
fucking
yourself. It
insane.
takes 5 minutes.
You forget. I'm lazy.
Okay,
I don't
then
want to do that.
That's on you, you
Cameron,
fucking silly head.
Cameron, come here. I'll show you
I'm
something.
not.
Hey,
going there.
the
No.
podcast can't be shown this. Let's stay on topic, bro.
Nah,
Come
bro.
on.
Nah, bro, I'll see what Jake does.
People are gonna listen to this and be like, "Wow, Jake fucking sucks."
Wow,
Oh,
Jake's
man.
really showing Cameron his password.
Jake fucking sucks.
Let me see your password, Jake. I'm playing.
What?
What were you gonna show me?
I was gonna show you this app I had here. What was it?
Oh
What
yeah,
was the show?
it's called like Media
Peaky
Box.
Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky-
Oh, you got
It's
the
on there.
hacks. You got the hacks.
Yeah, he's
I
got
do.
the.
Dude, you
it's
better
called
not
Media
say
Box.
it, man. The FBI better be at our doors.
Hey, how do
You know,
spell-
FBI
hey,
come after me.
How do you spell it?
It's called Media Box.
No.
Oh,
how do you,
Peaky Blinders.
yeah.
Peaky and then Blinders.
Let me see it.
Dude, I'm
It's
telling you,
like a crime show, isn't it?
it is a crime show. It's a gangster show. Basically, it's got all. Well, it's already on Netflix though.
And
Is it
then
really? Oh yeah, it is.
how many seasons we got?
5.
We got.
Yeah, but it's got season
All
5 right
5.
now,
That's
and
awesome.
it's
Are you
on-
serious? You wait. Look up the Matrix. Does it have the Matrix
it
on
has the Matrix.
It has the
It has
Matrix.
everything.
Are
It
you
has
se-
everything.
Was
It literally has every
Media
single
Box?
thing.
Yeah, I got my new seat.
I could. Aaron, I'll help you put on.
Yeah. It's like this complex thing.
It's like a. Oh, it's
And
not.
it-
It's
for-
not. You can't
It's
just
not
download
on.
it.
It's not on the App Store.
Oh.
For people listening to this, if they would like
a crap ton of free movies.
If
or
you'd like a
TV
tutorial,
shows.
hit Jake's DMs.
Yeah,
Yes.
just swing into my DMs. I'll take you out to dinner.
Also, Jake's single.
Just
So,
kidding. He
you know,
will not
women
take
hit him up.
dinner.
I think
Dude.
he's single, right?
I am single. It's just that I'm ugly. Dude.
Jake, you're fucking beautiful.
I don't-
Shut your whore mouth.
Dude.
Jake, you're fucking
Shut your whore
You're
mouth.
fucking gorgeous. Shut up, girl. You're
Gorgeous.
fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
Shut
you're
up.
gorgeous.
No, you are.
Okay, alright. Let's keep our dicks in our
Connor's
pants.
No,
like-
Jake's so
Connor,
cute.
Alright,
I am
let's
like-
put it up.
My dick
Connor,
is
I am
my dick.
uncomfortable.
My dick is out and ready, Jake. Don't let him tell you different.
Okay. Hey, back to the discussion. At hand.
Pussy, right, Jake? So what's up? You gotta slide, or are people gonna slide?
Dude,
People will slide on Jake.
I wish.
Women will slide on Jake.
I wish.
Nanny.
Let them.
No, I just have a couple girls in mind, but like,
But like,
I'm a very awkward boy.
no, you're. Oh yeah, you are.
Hey, dude,
I'm very-
you want to know what the secret is? You want to know what the secret is to not be
Confidence.
awkward? Well, I mean, I think confidence is a
Well.
confidence is a very broad term.
Confidence is about finesse.
But when you
About
hone it
finesse.
down, you just really have
Gavin
to.
Bergman gave me a lesson on how to slide into DMs. Connor was there. for it.
I
Gavin's
wasn't there for it.
opinions are invalid due to him being 6'7", right?
That is also true.
Everything he says is invalid.
Okay.
All girls want is dick and day mouth, Jake, and especially if it's a
Dude.
big dick and day mouth, and they know it's a big dick and day mouth.
The best thing I can say is that you just have to go up and just talk to beautiful women. If you see one, just go up and talk
go
to
straight
them.
up.
That's the worst advice I've ever heard in my
No,
life.
seriously.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Seriously, you just have to be comfortable with talking to girls, and it's just a simple fact. It's a numbers game, and the
That's-
more you talk to beautiful girls, the more you just talk to them in general, you're gonna be more comfortable, and that's gonna make you less awkward.
Yep.
Therefore,
I just
you're
like-
going to have more options.
I'd just like to ask.
Just a
I'd just like to ask, how do girls like dudes exactly?
Dude,
Because-
They like
Because
like money, and
we
they-
are disgusting. We
What the fuck are you doing?
yeah, and then we got Cameron who pulls out a flamethrower.
I just want to put this on record that Cameron just did like the hairspray and like the lighter thing where
If
it
you've
makes a flame.
seen it, it's like the when he's
Yeah, what's his name? I'm forgetting it. Yeah.
Hirsch or something. Hey
Yeah.
Cameron, let me try that real quick.
I'd rather have you not. This motherfucker.
No,
this right here.
Dude, don't get near me with that.
Sorry, what did you say?
Okay, please don't pull a Rick Dalton on us.
Oh, okay.
Do not pull a Rick Dalton on
Rick
us. Whatever you
Dalton?
do.
Oh, that Rick Dalton.
That Rick Dalton motherfucker.
No, other way. You do the flame. No, you do the gas first and then the flame. I love fire.
Would you like to give it a try?
I'd rather not.
Aren't you a special effects guy?
That's not a special effect I want to be around.
It's so much fun.
It smells.
It smells great.
Dude, I've done that once before.
Like cancer?
2 years ago.
Like cancer. Wow,
Like
that's
cancer,
pretty awesome.
yeah.
I love cancer.
Alright, I'm gonna check your cancer now, sweetheart.
I'm gonna sick your cancer now.
Alright, sweetheart, I'm gonna check your cancer.
I'm gonna touch your balls now. Make sure you don't got cancer.
Alright, so I'm asking you to bend over now. I'm gonna check your butthole.
I'm gonna check your prostate.
South Park.
I'm gonna check your prostate.
Wow.
I'm a big boy. Yes, sir. You're a very big boy.
I hate my life. Oh,
Why am I here?
Dude, because South Park is the greatest cartoon. You think Simpsons or South Park, Jake?
Dude,
I think Star Wars:
want-
The Clone Wars.
No, we're talking about comedy.
Connor, we're talking
Regular show. Regular
No, two
show.
things, stupid. Regular show is dumb.
regular show's not on the
Regular
list.
show is freaking legendary. It's
No, it's
basically
not.
guys who created a kid show while they were on acid.
No, Connor,
So
I'm
silly.
gonna say regular show is not good.
Regular show is boom.
I hate you.
Most people
It's
do.
the same plot every time. Hey guys, we're at work. Oh well, no, something crazy, extraordinary is happening. We haven't got to fix it. Oh
and
jeez.
we fixed it.
Oh,
and everything's back to normal.
Hate you all. That was my
Cameron,
childhood.
Karen, I will be Rigby. You will be Mordecai.
Alright.
Hey, Mordecai. I have this thing.
Oh, what does it do, man?
And it does this thing, right?
Oh,
And-
yeah? Oh,
and-
yeah?
Oh no, I dropped it.
Oh, look.
Oh, what if I told you?
This
What if-
crazy space monster.
The
Oh my god.
space-time continuum.
Oh my god, we're gonna. There's a crazy monster just trying to kill us.
I will now-
For
I
the
will
record,
now be-
I am not as stupid as these
I will now be
motherfuckers.
Benson. Oh my god, what did you guys do? Ah! And now.
Your mouth.
Oh
What if I told you that Tyler the Creator and Childish Gambino were on regular show?
What if I told
That's
you
sick,
that
dude.
Childish Gambino was on Community, and I still don't think you've seen Community?
No, that's Donald Glover, not Childish Gambino.
It's the same person.
No, there's a difference in the personas. There's a difference in the personas.
There's no difference.
Childish Gambino.
Dude,
Childish Gambino is a rapper. Donald Glover is the man himself.
Okay, guess what?
just
Donald
like to-
Glover is a human being that creates all this art.
Yes, I know.
I'm
So
just gonna
he's
go on
one
record. Childish Gambino and Donald Glover look way too much alike. They're the same person.
That's not what I meant. I know they're the same.
I think they're the same person.
I think so.
Okay, I want to harken back to something you said earlier about you getting into the film business. Do you think that going to film school is worth it?
It all depends on what you want to do.
Well, why don't you just
No,
why don't you just get a film bachelor's degree?
But I've heard that getting into going to film school is actually like it's not worth it at all. Like it's completely pointless in your journey to getting into film.
Well, I also would like to go straight up just for theater, and I know that going to college will also.
You want live theater compared? Fuck, shit, fuck, ass, fuck, titties, fuck, shit, dicks. Keep going.
Guys, Cameron just spilled his Izzy all over his computer cord.
It's okay. I stay strapped.
No, well, I believe that. Well, I'm more for film than theater, but don't get me wrong, I'd love to do theater. It's just that I believe that going to college for those will open up more opportunities.
I think college is fake and it's a scam.
Cameron,
I think it should all.
You've established that, Cameron.
Cameron, you said this in pretty sure every class I've been in with you.
Really?
The day I was taking the day before I took the
College
ACT,
is fake.
The day I took the ACT, college doesn't matter. This isn't gonna matter in 10 years.
It won't, dude. It really won't.
I feel like Cameron's kind of like a.
I feel like
Give me some water.
I feel like Cameron's gonna live a nomad life.
Cameron's the
dude, that'd be
guy
lit.
who believes in the flat Earth theory,
No, that's not.
and he has like a Bigfoot like website. That,
You're putting words in my mouth, Connor Allen. You get out of here.
Cameron's like,
I have
we
legitimate
have flat
points.
Earth believers all around
I
the
have
globe.
legitimate points. Hear me.
Cameron's gonna be a protester.
Lord, hear my
While
prayer.
we're in college, he's gonna be protesting
College.
how Bigfoot is inevitably
No.
coming
I'll
to kill
protest.
everyone.
I'll protest the
Cameron's
American
gonna be like
government
Al
and their
Gore from South
corruption, motherfucker.
Cameron, you seen Al Gore from South Park?
I fucking love that. Oh my god! Anytime they bring it,
My
it's
head.
pure genius. Do you understand the analogy that they were doing with Al Gore?
I do not know.
So Al Gore, basically, in his presidential run, his whole idea, he was like, guys, this is 2000, okay?
Right.
He's like, guys, I'm super ethereal, okay? Climate change is like actually gonna kill the world. And then they're like, oh, shut up, Al Gore, you're so silly. And then
2019. That's 2019.
That's the
we're
point.
like,
Do you remember?
shit.
Because that was the analogy. Man, bear, pig is climate change.
Oh shit.
Do you get that?
I
Because
do.
he was like, guys, man, bear, pig's gonna kill us. And they're like, shut up, no, it's not. And
This
he's like,
is that
he's
one
like,
episode.
he's like, guys, look at all this evidence that I have of man, bear, pig killing people. And they're like, that's not real.
And then, like-
and then in 2019, they're like,
Man,
he comes back and man, bear, pig's there, and he's like, guys, I told you I was super serial. And,
No,
then,
hang on,
and they're like, and he's like, okay. Now they're like, okay, yeah, Al Gore, you're right. And he's like, I want you to say, Al Gore, I'm sorry, you were right. And they're like, Al Gore, I'm sorry, you were right. And then it gets all absurd as South Park humor.
No,
but
yeah,
it's
but
about
then
the
at the
metaphor.
very end-
It's important.
Then at the very end, going back to how you're saying it's a metaphor, like
It's a
they're
metaphor,
like,
bro.
we're just gonna leave this for the future generations to deal with. Like they'll find a way to do it.
Yeah, dude, that's so
Like,
true. That's what
that-
all of these politicians are
Yeah,
doing.
I know.
Dude, no.
They're all gonna die. So like, they're like, fuck you guys, lol.
Yeah, they're like big No, what I've been saying.
Big corporations. They're like, I don't care. I got
No,
my money
big
now. Like,
corporations
suck a
don't
dick.
care about this world, like the planet.
They're-
They're overfishing the oceans. They're polluting the atmosphere. They're creating landfills that they can't like hold space for. They're
It's all about the
Dinero.
money. It's all about the present with the money.
Keep going, Jake.
That's all.
they're
it is.
saying like what they care about. They just care about the money right now.
Yeah.
They don't understand that the Earth is a living organism that needs to like breathe. We've been stabbing
It
it.
needs to be replenished, and
we've been-
we're not allowing it the chance.
We
to.
haven't been curing it at all. We've just been injecting.
killing it.
We've
Like,
been,
think
we've
about
been
how-
injecting AIDS.
think
and
about how
herpes
rare
and
this
all
is.
this shit.
I was
into
gonna
it.
talk about this to Mr. Bristol, like who very much inspires me, is that he fucking he could be at any school ever,
But he just got from high school.
but he's here, and I could be in another history class, but I got him, and we talked, and we formed this bond, and now we tight, and like that's so rare, because I could like have been born in Africa.
And you lucky.
Like how are we right here? How are we all in this attic right now?
It's Coincidence.
It's just a matter of
We don't
coincidence.
think
That's
about
all
it.
it is.
The
Doesn't
big
creep
man,
into
the
your
big man
consciousness.
upstairs has plans.
But we can write it off as solely coincidence. But like, is that enough?
I think it's just the matter of.
Well, now's when we're getting into like existential beliefs.
Well,
Like, do you believe that is the existential power out
well,
there that has a plan?
I really do. All I think about. All I believe is that it's just a matter of coincidence. That's all it is. This belief was simply reaffirmed in the movie 500 Days of Summer, where anything.
104 days
All-
of summer vacation.
School comes along, so the annual problem for our generation. It's
Funny a good way to spend it.
Like
baby.
These
money or finding up the Eiffel Tower. Discovering something that doesn't exist.
Hey, giving a monkey a shower. Surfing down a wave. Creating another one. Looking Frankenstein's right. It's over here. Funny a good birds. Some Phineas and Ferb are gonna do it all.
Mom, Phineas and Ferb are making a title sequence.
Wow.
Cameron, we should start that.
That was
we
fucking
should start a
dope.
band.
Connor, I'm shooting you in the head.
Wait, let me see. Let me see.
Wow,
Wait, you think I could get out the window?
that was
Sure. Oh, you suck.
Yeah.
You do like this. You gotta just say fuck it.
Anyhow.
Wait, let me one more try. One more try.
All right, we're shooting a
People,
Nerf gun at a
people on the
window.
podcast, you can't see this. Cameron has tossed me a Nerf gun, and there's a window directly across from me.
That just leads to the neighbor's yard.
We're shooting it out the window.
Hey, neighbors. Alright,
Hey.
watch it.
Oh, now it's on the top of my gazebo.
Oh, shit. Joe, excuse me, I need to climb down the roof.
Guys, Jake is climbing down the roof.
Look at that sexy cheeks.
Okay.
Alright.
Jake, why you gotta fucking get me going all the time? Fuck, dude.
You have a girlfriend. That is preposterous.
And she has a boyfriend, Connor. What's your point?
Oh shit.
What's your point? Did I suck Jake's cock?
No, you did not.
I didn't.
We're gonna
So
edit this part out.
We're not editing anything out. This is raw, uncut. Strictly.
No, Cameron.
Just like my dick. Just kidding. Circumcised gang.
Connor's like, oof, must be nice.
Connor, circumcised or uncircumcised?
Circumcised.
Let's see, Connor. Let's. Okay, no, never mind. I didn't mean. Okay, yep.
I'm doing it.
Okay, keep your pants on.
This has been night.
Oh shit, Cameron, you didn't tell me you had to wait in here.
Hey, you want to lift some content?
Guys, do you work out every day?
I do.
I play soccer like 5 days a week.
I go to the gym 6
I think working out is extremely
That's hot.
important.
I agree. I think it's fun. I like soccer because it's
I think
competitive.
it's
I like
a-
competitive working out.
It's
awesome.
a burden at first, and then once you get into it and you start to see results, you actually like start to enjoy
My
it
name's
more.
Connor.
And
I like CrossFit.
more. No,
you guys
Dude,
should
Connor-
join CrossFit. It's really good for your mind. And
I actually work out at home.
Dude,
Really?
Good job, man.
Yeah.
That's
I just
Connor, tell me what workouts you do.
okay. So basically, I do 100 push-ups a day. I do
100 a day.
yeah
Every day.
yeah.
Connor, I do that
There's
except
no
with
fucking
pull-ups.
way.
Dude,
Oh yeah, I have a pull-up bar at home.
Continue yours, and I'll tell you mine.
Those at home that can't see Jake's bulging veins right now is really sexy. I can't.
Yeah, I'm working on my six-pack. It's
Wait, Connor, tell me your routine. Tell me your routine.
Alright, so I do a minimum of 100 push-ups a day. I do about 36 to 50 pull-ups a day.
Front or back?
I do this way.
You
I
gotta,
do back.
you gotta go this way, Chief.
No,
You
I
gotta
do.
go
I
front.
switch in between. I also do about I'd say 15 to 20 knuckle push-ups every day, just because
bounces right off.
because I do not have a punching bag at home.
Oh shit.
I don't have a punching bag at home, so I make.
Wait, what?
No, it's because my trainer, he told me to instead, if I don't have a punching bag at home, I make do by doing knuckle push-ups, and those
You pay a trainer?
I worked out with a trainer for a time where I learned some boxing.
Bro, you just got YouTube. Google that shit.
Nah, man, I think more hands-on experience is better for me.
Knuckle push-ups, regular push-ups, pull-ups.
Pull-ups. I do probably about 5 minutes of planking a day, roughly.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do either I'll do just normal planking, or I'll do kind of where it's kind of like a sit-up, but I hold my legs in place, about 2 feet up in the air. let's see. I'll do dips, probably about 36 dips. And then I'd say, what's the other one?
Connor goes hard.
It's
Connor fucks. Connor fucks.
I think the biggest key though is switching up your routine every single day. It's key because it's going to. I've heard it's a myth, but I think that developing your muscles in different areas, that's a big thing, because you don't want to just develop the same areas every single day, or your muscles are just gonna get used to it. That's the simple fact.
Well, then when you get used to it, like say for bench press,
then you're gone.
No, it's because for me when I do bench press, right now I'll do sets of 10. I do 10, 8, 6.
Oh
4.
yeah.
I do the triangle.
Yeah.
So I end on 1. Which is about 2 plates 20.
Okay.
In case of you people who don't know, that is 2 45s on each side with 2 10s on each side. So what I do is once I get used to all of that, that takes like, 2 or 3 months of just doing it over and over again, you add another 5. Increases weight, you get going.
Yeah.
But like, yes, what you're saying with switching up your routine, when I go to the gym, I'll focus Monday strictly on arms, the next day strictly core and chest, and then the last day legs, and then I take a break and I just restart the process all over again.
Yeah, it's just about developing each and different areas of your body so that they can be worked up, and then you kind of focus on a different area and you're able to work that one up to the point where you're developing it, developing each and every area of your body at least once or twice a week. And I think that's really key.
Of course.
Because at the end of the day, working out is something that makes you feel better about yourself, and it improves your confidence greatly. Because to know that
you see your pecs and you're like,
you're comfortable in your own body, and if you're betting a woman, you're gonna know you're gonna feel good.
This is taking a turn.
If you're betting a woman,
that's a simple fact, man.
If you're betting a woman,
I love it when I bet women.
I feel like
Connor beds, bro.
Dude, I feel like I'm gonna get a text from Connor like 2 years in college.
Dude, I've betted like 60 women.
I'm gonna text from Connor like at 1 a.m. Dude, guess what
Connor,
I just did?
Is it about the quantity or quality?
No, it's about the quality,
it's always
bro.
quality.
Well, I think there's a fine line, bro. Is there? Yes.
What is that line?
That was very violent.
No, I think there's a fine line of just finding the quality in the quantity. You gotta find.
That's quality over quantity still.
No, you gotta find the quality of the women while also, advancing your numbers. It's as simple as that.
Connor, what's your body count?
I am not going to discuss that on
What's
here.
your body count? Connor, what's your body count?
I am not at.
Connor,
I'm not going to discuss that.
If it's more than 1, blink twice. What?
More than 1, blink twice.
I'm just.
Are we talking about
I'm just
body
kidding.
count as in betting, or body count as in like?
Well, betting and sex
Holding
is the same
hands.
thing.
Alright. Yeah, back to working out and not about betting women.
Oh my god.
No, I'm liking the betting women.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about betting women still?
Mhm.
Alright, how about you talk about betting women, Cameron? How's your betting of women going?
God,
Or betting of a woman?
All the very nice ladies who are going to be listening to this are going to get very upset.
I don't know, man. If you get upset about talking about a thing that we all do,
Yeah.
all girls just want dick in their mouth, Jake. Like, they can't be mad about
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I was literally in leadership yesterday, and these two girls, like these
transition. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, these two girls are just like, I hate guys, but I love it when guys, just they fuck me.
Fucking use me.
It's
Cameron, I
just a
didn't know you
fact.
swang that way.
I was.
He was taken out of
I was
context.
putting myself.
Cameron's like, okay, well, very funny.
I was putting myself in the perspective of the women, Jake, because all women just want to be used.
To get
feel like that one comic strip or whatever. It's
It
like,
brings them satisfaction.
why do women only want the guys who are like mean
Assholes.
treat them like garbage?
Aww.
Why do only guys want girls who are like bimbos? And it's like, I don't know what comes after that. It's the only part.
Connor, have you found more success after being a nice guy or a douchebag?
I think there's I don't really categorize myself
Connor,
in
explain.
that manner. I think that yes, I am a nice guy at heart, and I do consider myself to be a guy who's just naturally nice to
Oh,
people.
it's so funny.
But
I ran over my cat the other day and didn't say
you know what,
sorry.
Jake? Shut the fuck up. We are not at liberty to discuss that on here. You piece of shit. I'm just kidding.
Hey, we got lawyers still. Come on, we got to settle this
Anyhow,
in court.
hey, bringing it back down to level 1.
It's kangaroo court.
I think that just acting as my normal self, just being a guy who's just genuine to people and just talking to people in a interesting manner, I think that just is attractive to women. At least that's what I'd say. That's how I find success.
That's so funny.
And also, really just not giving a shit. I think that's a thing that you
Not
get
giving
thrown
a shit, but how can you not give a shit
it's
when
a
it's
thing
like
that-
the matter of pussy or no pussy?
It's a thing that's
You
thrown out
have
a lot.
to give a shit.
When you put into perspective versus being a guy who's super needy and who's constantly
Is it
just
about
like,
not giving a shit publicly, or about it's more about how you play it.
there's a thing. When I say not giving a shit, I say it's
The
about
less attention you give girls, the more attention they give you.
I think that's a
That's
big
a
thing,
fact.
but you get that from.
I've heard statistically that is wrong. Sorry,
But
sorry to cut you off.
I think the big thing there is from that perspective, you do that from. You get girls to come towards you by.
I like girls coming. What?
You get girls
Never
to.
use slide
Shut the
devil.
fuck up!
Sorry, continue.
You get girls to chase you by simply just putting yourself out there as a guy who's constantly developing themselves and doing what they want to do in a way that is just interesting and it's attractive. Like just doing something you're passionate about and knowing you're on the right track. Like that's something that's important to girls because girls are not gonna want to go after a guy who's just like, oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just gonna sit around and play video games all day.
See, I know plenty
Except
of
they
people
do.
that like that.
Yeah.
Who all of, like the hot girls at our school tend to go to.
Yes.
You see, that's where I'm getting loopholes
think
with
you're-
the logic there, Connor.
I think you're in a little bit of a bubble in which you don't know
I think-
all the
I don't.
I can
all the cases.
I think the simple fact of the matter is, in my opinion, disregard my last statement of the simple fact of the matter. I think, in my opinion, I'm a guy who tries to mature myself more than other people. I don't sit around and play video games all day or sit on my phone all day. I'm the guy who's trying to leave the prepubescent shit behind.
Oh no, I am too.
Yeah, I'm a guy who's just trying to get ahead of the game as soon as possible because I have a limited amount of time and I don't have time to chase girls. So I'm just trying to better myself each and every day and make the most of my time each and every day, and the girls will come after. That's what they're attracted to, is a guy who's just motivated and a guy who has his
Big
sights
dick
set on
energy.
something. Yeah.
No,
And
but what I-
the
what I
big dick
also
energy
hear-
comes later.
What I
Yeah.
also hear is that we're gonna have to put like a. Women, do not watch this, please.
Women feel free to watch this.
Yeah.
This gets them personal insight into
Anyway,
men.
no. But what I hear is that you'll. Ew, camera. Anyway, what I hear is that you do all your maturing throughout high school, right? You become who you are.
Or is it a whole process?
You become who you want to be.
Well, I'd
Once
say.
that. Sorry to cut you off, Mr.
Go ahead.
Freak
Continue.
out. Okay,
Continue.
That's fine.
No. It's just what I hear. Is that you do all your maturing now. College rolls around, you become the person that you want to be. That's when you get. That's when girls are like, hey, this guy's kind of fun, and that's when you're also ready to finally take one on yourself because you've done a lot of growing, you've done a lot of personal advancement on yourself. That kind of came out wrong.
It's okay. I like it.
No, I understand what you're saying.
You just do a lot of personal growth, and that's when you finally become comfortable with yourself, truly. That's when everyone else realizes, hey, this guy is, like, good how he is. He's ready for, like, life. He's ready to go down the seemingly, like, crazy road that we call life. That's when other girls are like, hey, this guy's kind of cool, and this is all taking place in college. And, like, that's after you done, like, all your personal growth, all your... You jack off enough times. I don't know. Penis enlargement pills. I don't. That part I don't really care about because it's dumb. And yeah, it's just. I guess it's just a matter of growth. I guess.
I think another big thing is that people in high school, specifically at our age, are so worried about
what's hip
everyone
hop,
else.
Very true. I used to be that way too.
There's just groups everywhere. Like you're just so worried about that you're not in a group and therefore you're gonna be like. everyone says that they don't give a shit at this point. So many people say that, but really it's not true. Deep down, everyone cares. I can personally say that I still have some part of me that cares, even though I am at a point where I literally don't give a shit anymore about a lot of stuff. But deep down, I still care, and I know a lot of people still do. But when you get to college, you're at the point where it's like,
no one gives a shit anymore.
Because everybody's so everybody is at the point
where they're just fine with each other.
Yeah, and they're focused on themselves.
And you're becoming who you are.
When you're focused on yourself, you're more prone to have people come talk to you, and you're like, wow, that person is super cool. They know what they're doing. I'm gonna go talk to them.
Right.
But here, it's like, do I want to go talk to them because they're cool and they're in a group? And it's like, that kind of like, you're on the defense. You're defensive in high school. You're like, oh, I'm worried because that group's gonna judge me. No, in college, it's different. It's like you're on your own journey, and you're here to better yourself and study
and do what you want.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not even in college yet, and I've heard a lot of people say that, and that's something that I'm really looking forward to.
Exactly.
I feel where I'm at a point where like I'd love to just go. I'm at that point right now.
Were you just ready?
I'm ready to be at that point because I am constantly developing myself each and every day.
So you are already in the mindset of like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Oh, I want this to be done.
No, Connor,
I don't think it's about that. I think it's just like, I am focused like on myself, and I'm letting other people just come to me instead of me constantly trying to seek the attention of everyone else. If they're not going to talk to me, I don't fucking care. For God's sakes, I do not care. I am worried about myself now because I've constantly worried about other people and what they're gonna think of me. But I think when you're comfortable with yourself now, that's the point where you're gonna be. It's just a great point to be at, and there's not much more I can say about it. Is that you just, when you're comfortable with yourself, you can finally feel a sense of happiness, and you don't really give a shit about the opinions of others anymore.
No, Connor, I totally know what you mean, especially with the whole friend group bit, because myself, I've been part of 2 friend groups that both decided that they didn't want me anymore.
Yeah.
That happened to me in 8th grade and happened to me middle of last year. And I was devastated at that time. I was hurt. At that point in time, I wasn't comfortable with who I was. I thought, I kept asking myself what was wrong with me, and then it hit me. It's like, I don't need to worry about what others think. It's like, if I'm fine with myself, if you're fine all up in your head, you should be fine for the rest of your life.
Yeah, exactly. You see, sophomore year, it was, I was in this group, and it was the first time I've ever been in a group. I was ever comfortable with people. And it was for a very brief time.
Really?
I had 2 best friends, and they were on the baseball team with me. And it was this great feeling. I felt so accepted because I had been constantly searching for that. But when it came time where shit started happening, where things started happening in our group, I left. I kind of just took a step back, and I was like, holy shit, what am I doing? And then I realized when I took a step back, they didn't care. They didn't hit me up.
Yeah.
They just stopped talking to me. I'm like,
exactly.
They were never really my friends in the first place. I mean, yeah, they're cool guys and they're cool people in the group, but I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And
we're gonna take a brief intermission. I'm gonna play a song that relates to that right now. Okay.
When there's an intermission, your boys gotta do something.
All right. Back to the topic at hand. We were talking.
What do you think about Real Friends?
Okay, so to catch up our audience, we just listened to Real Friends.
There was no stoppage in time.
We listened to Real Friends by Kanye West off of The Life of Pablo from 2016.
Yes, we did.
And
Where's the love? Let me cry.
Shut up!
Jake,
Anyhow,
so what did you think?
well, let me pull up the lyrics here, because I need to get engrossed in them.
Jake, how many of us are real friends?
That all depends, Cameron.
How many of us are real friends?
Cameron, I'll tell you one thing.
I don't know why I've never heard that song.
Karen, I'll tell you one thing I've learned over the years, Karen.
Jake, show up the Nerf gun. Jesus Christ.
What?
Just sit. It's okay.
I need to load it.
Sit.
I know.
Sit, dog.
Okay, Cameron, I'll tell you something I've learned over the years.
What's that?
You're really only gonna have 1 or 2 true friends in your life.
Everyone else, yes, you'll be friends with them. They'll eventually come and go.
Yep.
Like this friend group that I had recently just stopped wanting to do stuff with me. So, like, but I still have like the 2 close friends I've never had past like 5.5 years. Johnny Miller and Daniel Brown, they've always been there for me.
No, they're gone.
One is gone. Yes.
One's gone.
One's gone. Johnny Miller's still here. Yeah. Like, those guys have been there for me since like.
That's real friends.
Yeah, those guys are real friends. Like every time I call them, our phone calls last for like 2.5 hours.
Jeez, damn, that's really good.
2.5 hours or more. Because like we can start a conversation, not see each other for like 2 months, walk on back and continue the same conversation.
And it's natural. It's like a natural thing. It's not. It doesn't feel like this choppy thing where you're like asking questions after like an awkward silence.
And
you
like
just talk.
And like they're the true friends you have are the ones that you be able to trust with everything.
Yeah.
The true friends are the ones you could tell anything to. You could tell anything to, and they'll just keep it a secret.
I think a big thing is, I've heard it a lot, is that people that are like actually like real to you are people that stick around and people that just naturally come into your life. You don't really force your hand with it.
Right.
They implement themselves into your lives because they care, and it's like a natural thing that happens. Like I found 2 or 3, like my 2 best friends that I'm in a group with, and I'm gonna say Jake too because he's one of my best friends, and Cameron too because he's a goon. They're just guys that we could just talk. Like literally, this is what I'm talking about. This podcast is currently at 1 hour and 5 minutes, and there's never been like an awkward silence. We just talk. And it's just a thing that it's natural, and it just progresses naturally. And it's the same thing with my group of friends. We're called the Madmen, where I could just call them up anytime, and I could just talk to them for like an hour, and they'll have my back no matter what. It's not a question really, because my previous group of friends, I put myself in a terrible position where I pitted myself against a group of people, and my best friends would not have my back at all. But my best friends now, I didn't know they were my best friends at the time, but they both had my back, and they were willing to throw hands with me if it came to it, and I was we weren't even hanging out at that point.
Oh no, dude, like Daniel Brown and Johnny and I, we've thrown hands. Like, not against each other, it's fucking people.
Yeah, exactly, because they're willing to stick with you.
No, like
no matter what.
The 3 of us, we went to like some house party. I forget when it was. It may have been like 2 years ago or something. But we all walked in because that Daniel Brown was the guy going there. He was like, "Hey, you guys want to come with us?" And we were like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So we go there, and like, I forget how it happened. Some dude just gets pissed off at one of us, and the next thing I know, I'm fucking like punching this guy in the face. I'm like, "You don't fucking talk to us like that." 3 of us walked out of there with fucking medals around us. We were like, this is the best day of our lives. That's when we realized, like, shit, like, we're brothers. Ride die together.
Good shit, man.
It's about those moments.
What about you, Cameron? What do you have to say about friends? Real friends.
This is just my medium. I don't want to think.
Just say.
I'll just
Don't
think.
Just speak.
But
Speak your mind.
Cameron's an all-seeing deity at this point. He's giving.
Cameron's the guy who's overseeing everything.
Cameron's giving off the vibe like he's seen a lot of stuff in his 1,000 years of living. He's like, I've stayed alive over 1,000 years.
He's seen shit.
If fate, I'm only here because fate wants me alive.
He's basically like Tommy Shelby. He's a guy who's seen a lot of shit. He's calm, stoic, and he doesn't say much.
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders. You gotta get the reference.
Sorry,
people. You won't understand it.
Sorry. I don't want to say how many TV shows I've watched against. I don't want to get yelled at.
Anyhow, back to the whole friend thing. I think it's...
Cameron, you good?
I was in movies. I like movies.
Cameron, where are you at? Where are you right now, Cameron?
Where am I?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Anyhow.
To answer your question.
Oh, he's good? We're good? Alright, we're good. Okay. Alright. Back to the subject at hand. I think it's really important for anyone listening to hold out the mindset If you've been waiting for like 3 years and you've kind of been wondering where your best friends are, or if they're ever going to come around at any point,
You just gotta give it time.
I think it's important to really just hold out the mindset that they will come at some point. You just have to keep living your life and keep focusing on who you are, because the fact of the matter is, if you better yourself every day and you work on yourself and you make yourself a cool person to be around, people will come to you. People will gravitate toward you, and one or two or three of those people who gravitate toward you, they're probably going to take a really interesting liking towards you, and they're probably going to end up your best friends at some point.
Connor, do you want to do a TED Talk together?
I would love to do a TED Talk. Joseph Gordon-Levitt inspired me. I would love to do a TED Talk.
Also,
What would your TED Talk be about?
What would my
Like,
TED
you
Talk
have
be?
to talk
The
about
meaning of
something.
life.
Well, TED Talks are more like
it's-
research, right?
Yeah, it's more like an essay that you speak.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
I've seen like 3 TED Talks in my entire life.
I've watched
Are you
about
serious?
I'd say 20.
I've seen.
I've seen a lot of them.
in my
Yeah.
time.
I
One that was really meaningful was this guy that went to the Arctic to take pictures of Arctic leopards,
Mhm.
leopard seals, and he said that they're painted out to be these vicious like predators, and he went and he that murder penguins, but he's just like, I had like a spiritual connection with this seal, and I just like felt that nothing except like really no human needs really mattered except for like the beauty of life and nature. And he explained his like philosophy that changed after witnessing this life-changing and heartwarming event. And it was really like he was talking about his experience while also showing you the photographs that he took while like staring into the eyes of this leopard seal. And he the same leopard seal hung around him for like 3 days, and like while he was taking pictures there, and like it just knew, it didn't attack him, it just knew.
Wow.
Something.
That is.
Life
It
is strange.
was magical. It was really, Mr. Mason showed it to us. It was really, really something. Mr. Mason's one of the most interesting teachers. That class was so interesting. Oh my god.
Marine bio?
I miss him. I miss
Life
him
is
so.
life is strange, man.
You know,
It takes you down interesting paths.
it's interesting to have a
Interesting
connection with an animal, with
Yeah.
something you can't speak to, but yet they can
But
still
we all
understand
we all
you.
feel like
And
we
it's
have
also
relationships
not
with
like-
cats and dogs and shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking, Connor, going like you saying, I'm talking like it's awesome if you have one, especially with one that isn't like domestic.
Oh yeah. Of
Because
course.
like
Well, you
it,
can't, because if it's a wild animal, it can't have that relationship with you.
Well, how do you
Okay.
know? I mean, you were just talking about how
You were just
that
talking
seal
about
is
the
a
seal.
wild. Yeah.
You're right, but that wasn't really a relationship that seal had. That
I
was
know
just-
it just
That was just the
A
seal.
connection?
It was like the pathological like sound waves and like auras of nature that like coincided at that moment to like make this guy rethink his own life and choices.
Oh.
So it wasn't really that bond he shared with that he formed with the animal. It's the bond that he had in that moment with that animal.
The concept of I guess is what you're saying. Yes.
Sure.
The concept-
You have to watch it. It's really, really impressive. I'll tell you what it's called right now, but
Okay.
yeah, I get what you take it however you want. You can take my words and apply them however you'd like, but that's just how I think.
Life's weird. And I gotta say, it's a roller coaster that I'm really happy I'm on right now.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. I'm one of my best friends is actually my cat, Charlie. His name's Charlie. He's an orange,
That's
fluffy.
lit.
Dude,
Tabby cat.
I've always wanted to meet your cat.
Yeah,
They seem really cool.
I love both of my cats, but there's a special connection I have with Charlie, and it's a thing where I don't know. I just shower him with love.
I love you both equally, but Charlie,
Yeah.
I love you more.
Yeah, I think I've
Maxwell, I don't know if that's his other name.
no. That's my old cat.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, he passed away a few years ago. He was such a great
But
cat.
then
Relatable. I have a cat that passed away in like
these relationships we form with these animals, they like are so weird because like these animals have like no other knowledge but to love you
Yeah,
because you give them love because they're all cute and fluffy.
yeah,
And
exactly.
it's just-
They're like,
it's
this
just-
person feeds me and pets me and scratches behind my ear. I love this guy.
I love
Yeah.
this guy. I get so much joy when I go fucking pet my dog.
Dude,
Even though he's
relatable
not
with my
like
cat.
even though he's not like aware of anything that's happening or like why it's happening, because he has epilepsy,
Oh, really?
So he has had a lot of seizures in his time.
In his time.
His 5 years of life so far, and he's just like in a very different mind state than like a normal dog, is in showing emotion. So it's more of like a physical joy rather than in like an emotional joy that we share. It's just like, but you can't explain it. Like, why do we like these animals? I don't know.
That's true. That is true.
Dude, I guess it's just like...
They're just programmed to love us.
They're programmed.
I mean,
This is all just a simulation.
Why can't police be programmed to just love everybody?
well, because they're on our level. They're human beings, and they're much more complex than simply being programmed to, hate
But
you or love you.
are we programmed to love the cats and dogs?
And if
I
that's
think
true,
that's
and if that statement is a yes, shouldn't we be programmed to love other humans too? Like, why do we?
well, it's much more
Like
complex than
equally.
that.
Why do we discriminate?
But no, like
against certain
I'll love
groups?
every fucking dog that I go touch, but like I won't love every human that I go touch.
Yeah, because it's complexity. Again, complexity. You're talking about a person who has much different. Like, it's not as simple as a cat who rubs up on your leg or hates you. It's a different thing where you're trying to read the subliminal messages of someone, or there's a little thing that sets you off that you don't like, or I don't know, you take a liking to someone for some random reason you can't explain it. It's a different thing. It's just a matter of things that happen, I guess, with people, and you can't explain them, but you either like them or you don't, or you're kind of stuck in the middle. It's just a very different thing with human beings.
I guess it's just a matter of your personality.
It's just it's personalities, mixed personalities,
Split.
coming together, and I don't know. Those things can either clash or coincide with each other. Or collaborate, for a better word.
Does it shoot all three at once? It does. I didn't think it would.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know, man. I've never seen that gun before.
I miss Nerf gun battles, man. It was such a simple
Hey.
time back then.
Why do you say you miss them? You can still have them.
No, it's because the prime time was like, I don't know, 8 to 10-year-old
I
self.
don't know, man. We are literally. Do you guys understand what's about to happen in Assassins?
No.
It's about it.
No,
That's right.
I don't think you get it.
Who's okay?
I don't think you get
I will be now accepting applications for an assassin's partner, because I will need one, and I guarantee anyone else is gonna play need one. Cameron
I
Connor,
talked
if
to
you also
Conan.
made applications.
I talked to Conan, and he was a senior last year, and he told me you literally just turn into like a Vietnam
War
combat war man.
Viet Cong soldier.
Dude, I'm
Like
gonna.
seriously.
I saved up like.
Oh shoot! You gotta plug that shit in.
Oh, Cameron, your battery's running
I
low.
know. Plug
No,
this
but
in.
like I earned like $400 the other day because I worked a 13-hour shift at both my jobs.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and so I saved $400.
It's epic.
And I'm saving an assassin's fund. I'm starting a Kickstarter.
So are you gonna get information
So-
with that money or
No, I'm gonna spend it all on assault.
So enlightened.
on Nerf guns?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm
All
gonna
you
create
need
an
is this.
arsenal. Yeah.
All you need is this. That shit shoots so fast.
No, dude, you can't use battery-powered ones.
Really?
Yeah, so this one right here you have, Cameron. It's what's it called?
Illegal?
The Nerf Hailfire. Can't use it.
It's illegal?
It's illegal.
Oh man.
Same thing with like the minigun. Like remember that? No, you know the Nerf minigun that freaking came out?
No. Oh yeah.
Well, dude, I thought I was gonna use that one. I was about to be like, anyone who rolls up to me and my guy, we're gonna light their ass up.
But it's more strategy rather than actual target ability. It's you have to figure out their address.
Have you guys seen this?
If you don't find them, then like you're done. Like
Have you guys seen the scene from Captain America: Winter Soldier?
Yes.
The highway scene
yeah, I think so.
when like all the bad guys show up and they start just opening fire, and especially the guy with the minigun who drops down. He's just
Yeah.
I gotta get my stealth suit going. The Cap stealth suit from Winter Soldier, dude. My gosh, dude. I'm gonna go full.
You trying to make one together?
I'm gonna go full stealth mode, dude, for Assassins, dude. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be like a
Stealth?
slithery snake. Bro.
Is there a curfew?
Slithery
Or are you
snake.
allowed to kill him at night?
Dude, I'll just break into
Is that
everyone's house.
Rebecca?
It was Rebecca.
Ah,
Rebecca Halves, if you're listening to this, Connor Allen just sent you a funny video.
I did. I did indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got some issues that nobody can see.
Those guys are both hella cool, says Daniel Brown.
Yes, me.
Yup.
Yup.
Slime
Yep.
gang.
Slag it.
Anyhow, let's talk about Breaking Bad again. Let's just talk.
I love Breaking Bad.
Say my
El
name.
Camino.
Say my name.
Same. El Camino is coming out on October 11th on Netflix, and then will eventually be aired on AMC.
Wait,
And
when?
I am excited as fuck. October 11th.
That's like soon.
Jesse Pinkman is coming back, and reportedly Walter White may be coming back.
That's cap. There's no way.
Apparently.
That motherfucker.
He may be coming back in Visions.
Is it a prequel?
It is following the events of the very last scene Jesse Pinkman's in.
Oh my god.
He's on the run.
I don't like it. I feel like it should have ended there, and there should have been no.
That was the only unresolved thing about the finale.
Jesse.
It's just, where was Jesse going?
I don't
yeah,
care.
what was he gonna do?
It's all about Walt. Walt started this.
I feel like that
Jesse
should've been up to the
and the
viewers
relationship they
to
formed
use
was
your
so
imagination.
important.
Walt,
But they weren't real friends. They went their separate way. Walt disappeared into his woodland mania because of how the person he became. It was a coming of age story for a person who was about to die, and Walt's coming of age was no longer needing any bond, just having the satisfaction of the providing, and that was it. And then that should have been how it ended. And the way it is how it ended, and I'm cool with it. That's all you need.
I do think that Walt got his proper ending,
Walt
because
got the greatest ending
he
ever.
literally his final expression on his face, he looked satisfied. He was just okay with the way it ended. He died in the place he started it at, really. In where his journey began, he ended it. Jesse, on the other hand,
We don't know.
he escaped. He escaped, and you don't know where he's going. He literally just came out of being a slave for Nazis.
What?
They were Nazis. Jack and his gang were Nazis.
Okay.
Big house.
He was a slave for them?
He was literally a slave. He made meth for them as a slave. So imagine the mental state you're in after that, and you're on the run from the police. I think that's an interesting thing to explore, and I'm really excited for that.
I feel like more TV shows and movies have to end with like the viewers.
I should bang.
With
The Walking Dead
ambiguity?
was the most tragic ending for any TV show.
Oh, I haven't even finished the
Oh
walk.
my
I feel
god,
like-
it was
I
so
feel like
sad.
they-
It
I
got
feel like-
so bad, and it got
I feel
so
like more
bad.
movies and TV shows have to end with
bad.
like how the viewer interprets it, because like
Ambiguity.
Because what you were saying, how when Jesse escaped, that could have been up to the viewer. He could have decided anything how it could have been. He could have thought about how Jesse, and like especially how the original Teen Titans ended. The very last episode is called Things Change.
You ever hear Tarantino explain how he makes a movie? Because literally anytime he writes so much backstory and lore for all of his people.
No, yeah,
And so he
Tarantino's a genius.
says, I'm not going to put this in my movie because it doesn't need to be said. But the fact that I wrote it, it's now history.
Yeah,
It is my own history.
Like he did
But I'll leave that history up to your interpretation, the viewer. This is what I'm giving you. This is what you get. That's it.
Yeah, did you hear about the short stories or like the short TV episodes he wrote for Rick Dalton?
He's so good.
Yeah.
He
could decide to make those at some point because
He
he
could,
literally has scripts for them.
But he doesn't because he's like, will this be my best work or will this just get diluted? The fact that he's only done 9 movies is amazing.
And he's doing one more, I believe.
Dude.
He's doing like a Django versus what's his name?
Is he actually?
Is it like a V for Vendetta or versus
I don't
V?
know what you're talking
Django
about.
versus V? I heard about that. Or he's doing a rated R Star Trek
Are
movie.
you serious?
Rated R Star Trek.
Are you sure? That sounds fake.
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. He's apparently doing one.
That sounds boof.
I don't know. I'm not opposed to it, but I know whatever he chooses to do with it, it's probably going to be genius. It's probably going to be fantastic. And I'm all
The thing, we go into his movies automatically assuming it's going to be genius, but the thing is, he always delivers. Like, it's not like you look at critics' interpretations. Critics' interpretations are so weird. Like, they see so many movies that it just doesn't even, and people that review things just, for a living, it's opinion. Art is so opinion-based. If an artist puts their soul into something and they enjoy it and other people enjoy it, that's all that should matter. The fact that we have to look for other people for validation is a cancer.
Yeah, that's
it's
facts,
horrible.
man. Art is about what you make of it. It's literally your vision put into it, and no one's ever really gonna understand that except for you.
This
because
podcast
it's your
has just become full circle.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we
Well,
started talking about.
Yeah, but it's about what you want to do with your creation, and it's your vision, and no one can tell you what it is. They can't tell you if it's a bad or good thing, really, unless it's the most simple, one-dimensional thing you could possibly do. But in the end, it's still your creation, and still, it shouldn't matter what other people say about it.
So the moral of this podcast is this episode of Attic Antics is mainly just about you gotta live life how you want to.
Follow your vision.
Follow your dreams.
Follow your vision.
And if people
Follow your dreams.
and if people don't like them, fuck them.
Follow
Fuck 'em.
your dreams.
Say it, Cameron. Fuck them.
Fuck
Follow
them.
your
Fuck
dreams.
them. Fuck
In
'em.
Cameron's voice.
Fuck.
Fuck them.
Oh my God! There goes Cameron's
Follow
foot.
your dreams. Ready, guys?
Let's hear it.
Best day.
Ever. Mac Miller.
It's the best day ever.
I'm gonna cry.
Man was a literary genius.
Man, I appreciate you guys coming out here and bringing a live music aspect to my set.
No.
And I know we usually do new shit, but I feel like I got some fans in here that would appreciate if we could just do some old shit real quick.
Yeah!
I don't know. In my country, we don't do old shit. No,
I
really.
understand, man, but just ask them. You might change it. Ask them.
Do you guys want to do any old shit? Oh my God. That is it. We're doing it. We're doing it. That is it. I don't care. We're doing it.
I remember the one I was telling you about on the spiritual journey, the one song that came to me and told me, hey man, you can do this. You can be a human being if you just try. Remember that one?
Yes.
Let's do that one.
Let's do it.
Cam.
Here, pause.
Well, we briefly paused it, but yes, I think
Mother made soup.
Mother made some
Mother
tortilla
Dolph,
soup.
Mother Dolph make
Life calls again, and we are off to the ending of another episode of Attic Antics. This has been a very fun episode to record, and we hope you enjoyed it. And for that, we say thank you for listening, and adios from Connor Allen.
Jake Emerson, come to Comedy Club. It's gonna be really fun. We need actors and writers.
Yeah, do it. And
Joe Mama.
Joe Mama. Joe Mama. All right. Peace out. Keep your stick on the ice.